All right, and we're back for Rick and Morty inspired raunchy goodness. So, amidst every other of these million releases in 2023, we have High on Knife, the DLC for Squanch Games High on Life. And I gotta say, I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. It's good. It's funny. It has that humor that just drags on a little too long that you either love or hate, depending on who you are. But it's good. We've got some new enemy types. We've got some new weapons, which frankly kick ass. And I don't know why part of me thought this was some like horror inspired Halloween DLC. For some reason, I got it through my head that that's what this was. Nope. As you can tell by the name, and as I totally missed, it's about Knifey, your melee weapon. It's about Knifey trying to find a way home. That is the entirety of this story, is finding Knifey's package so he can go home. That's it. That's the entire thing. And that entire DLC will last you about, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours if you explore, maybe 7. It's great. It's quick, fun. Again, it's raunchy. The combat feels a little more refined, which is great. While you're on this kind of salt flats planet, you have this dash ability that makes it just really easy getting around. The NPCs, of course, are either weird or hilarious or kind of cringy, some combination of all three, which seems to be what they're going for. You have to play it. I can describe the things to you that are funny and some of the weird, like, oh my God moments, but it just doesn't hit the same. You're not going to get the same impact as if you were actually playing the game. And so I leave that to you. Is it part of Game Pass? It's not. You have to pay for that. But High on Life is on Game Pass. So you can buy the DLC. I believe it's $14.99 at this point. I'd say, again, it's worth it. I really enjoyed it, but I also enjoy the whole universe there, the cringy humor, the, again, weird, just, ugh. You know, it's inspired by Rick and Morty. Like, come on. Come on. It's going to be great. Or it's going to be terrible, just, again, depending on what your style is. Now, despite me being wrong about what type of DLC this is, there are some scary moments in this game. Now, I'm not going to pretend like, oh, this is, alien isolation, or this is something that's going to constantly keep your heart rate up. No, but as with some games, it does have some pleasant moments of, oh, this is kind of spooky. Like, oh, no, that's not just lights out. Like, oh, I'm hearing sounds I shouldn't hear. And, oh, God, what's that crawling around? There are moments here and there where it keeps you on your toes, which I really appreciate. I mean, honestly, that's really it. You get new weapons. Knifey gets an upgrade. I don't really want to spoil it, but I feel like it's been long enough to where I can spoil it. Hell, Knifey turns into a chainsaw, so you're running around with a portable chainsaw, and it's incredible.
Yeah, good job, you legends. That's all of them, right?
It's Gears of War vibes, honestly. Like when you chainsaw an enemy, you have that sweet animation depending on what kind of enemy it is. And it is just more grotesque, goofy, unhinged fun that the original game was built on. I love it. You may hate it. Again, this is all up to interpretation. It's right up my alley, so I couldn't get enough of it. It was a tad short for me, but I also tried to kind of speed through it so I could finish it. I didn't want any spoilers or anything. You'll probably be able to squeeze out, again, a good 2 or 3 hours more. Tell me what you think of High on Knife. Did you play it? Did you pre-order it? Did you play it first night? Because I did, and it was great. And it's just been sitting in my mind forever because 2023 has been crazy. It's just been game after game after game after game, and it keeps going. So if you haven't tried High on Knife and you liked High on Life, then you're probably going to like this. It's more of the same. More guns, more combat, more goofiness, more weirdness, and at times grossness. It's going to make you feel weird and like wrong at some points, but also so right in just a weird way. So tell me what you think of High on Knife. I enjoyed it. I'd play it again. I'll probably go back and play it again. Did you like it better than the original game? I know it's short, but were there any things that really stood out to you and said, you know what, I like they included that? I thought things felt zippier in terms of the combat. You just felt a little quicker, which I always enjoy. Tell me what you liked or what you didn't like. Go down, subscribe, do all the YouTube things if you enjoyed this or found it helpful, enjoyed watching the gameplay. Yeah, I mean, you know, we have to play the YouTube game, and have a great rest of your night.